Welcome back to another episode of the Short Bus Styles podcast where we talk about anything and everything. I'm YP Emmet, we got YP Ra, and of course we got YP Nazi.
And what are we talking about today, Naseem?
Guys, we don't be talking about the music scene.
Whoa, hold on. Is that John Tyler?
John Tyler?
Bro,
The John
fuck
Tyler?
me and call me Donald, dude. That's fucking John Tyler. That's fucking John Tyler.
Holy shit.
Where are the eyes?
I don't know how we got
I was
here.
not
That's
expecting you to say
insane.
that.
How you doing, man?
Bro, our first guest, John Tyler, the legend, the GOAT, the myth. We're excited to have you here, buddy. We're excited to have you here.
I'm excited to be here. I watched all the things y'all posted. It was hilarious. Like, I was dying. Yeah, I love this podcast. I know this is about to be the best interview I ever done. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So to start it off, we want to talk about the scene, the music scene in Baltimore, and I know you're really tapped in. You be doing a lot of things with Love Groove Festival, that's your thing, as well as all these other avenues that you've been pushing out musicians, females, especially like black musicians as well. And I really appreciate that, dog. Like, you're really doing your thing, man. Like, everybody applaud John right now. Let's all give him applause, dog.
Cause I just feel like, growing up here, there ain't really no opportunities, especially in the Black and the African American communities, or in the arts. And ain't nobody really trying to do that. So I was like, I might as well do it myself. We might as well start this ourselves, since ain't nobody else trying to do it for us. So I appreciate that y'all gotta take notice on that.
How long have you been at it?
I started Love Groove in 2017. I was a junior in high school at Baltimore Design School, but I started throwing events around 9th grade, so I think 2013. First show was terrible. It's just me, my mom, and the DJ.
Courtyard performance. I saw the video. I think you.
Oh yeah. That was yeah. Oh man, that's a throwback. That show was terrible too. Ain't nobody was really rocking with it. I mean, it was happy. Everyone was happy they got out of class. To elaborate on that, I shut down the last period class for all the high school to throw like a show, and we had bad speakers. It was very distorted. It was terrible performance, but it was cool that everyone got out of class early.
The concert probably wasn't it, but a lot of people got to smoke weed early, so that's good.
100%.
You mentioned Baltimore Design School, and that's something we kind of all have in common, even though you're the only one that graduated from that school.
Y'all went to middle school, right?
Yeah. So is there anything like education, gaining connections? How did design school factor in, if at all?
It affected everything too. I mean, they don't have music, and they were very open to letting me do my own after school program. Like, we used to just make beats in class, have a rap session, ciphers. I hated architecture. That's what I studied there. Man, I was the only architect.
That's a funny thing. This is like a design school, but it's just like, all right, guys. So we have a music performance for y'all. So make sure.
But I mean, I think it's a design to a lot of things. Especially, I love that BDS was flexible with you. Because I mean, sound design, I mean, we even worked on music and stuff like that together, and like, bro, your producing is out of this world, and I really like your style, when it comes to that. So that's like a major part of design, especially.
Thank you. I like your style too. Roy showed me this one of y'all songs that y'all did, and I feel like it's a hit.
All right,
and I'm waiting for that to drop.
I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it.
Definitely.
Songs do go hard.
Yeah, they all go hard.
So when we look at the music scene in Baltimore, right, and we see all these big artists coming out like Shorty, and Shorty, like Shorty. But like TMC doing all these different guys and girls think they should go about, bringing music back to Baltimore and bringing like all these different eyes back to Baltimore, because I think we do got a lot of talent here.
Yeah, so the one thing I noticed with other cities like Atlanta, like New York City, LA, the one thing they all have in common is that they all support each other no matter what genre you in. Like, for example, in Atlanta, they have Childish Gambino, Janelle Monáe, Gucci Mane, Young Thug, pretty much all the big rappers right now. And they all support each other as a community, no matter what they're doing. And we're getting there here in Baltimore, because we ain't really had that. Like, using the rock scene, you had no idea what was happening in the hip hop scene. Same with in and that's in all art medias. So I think us as a community coming together and supporting each other, no matter what part of Baltimore you came from, no matter what art form you're doing, we will really get on the map. And as far as like artists like Shorty, who else? What's
Blue
the other
Benjamin,
rapper?
something? Blue Benjamin Sleepy. I'm not really tapped in, dude. What else? That
What's
tall,
the-
light-skinned nigga.
The rapper that was on, you know that TV show with Cardi B and Chance the Rapper and T.I.?
Oh,
Damn, I can't think of his name right now.
he was on, like, he was.
But yeah, like for artists who like do make it out, them not forgetting where they come from and coming back and investing in the upcoming artists and trying to create more opportunities, because there really ain't much opportunities unless you in the white community, because in the white communities they have like 6 different artists that made it, like Dan Deacon. Most people don't know Dan Deacon. He's from here. He like did world tours, did like Tiny Desk, Coachella, everything.
Yeah.
And I definitely see that. I mean, we was talking about Atlanta and Atlanta scene with like Gucci Man, all these different people, and you know they're from Baltimore. I mean, you know that they're from Atlanta, and they hold that on their back or whatever.
Yeah.
But sadly, like I know Mario was from Baltimore until like last year, and I definitely think I'm not trying to say I don't know what he does for Baltimore artists, but I definitely think it's like he's not tapped in with the local scene in Baltimore. I didn't know Mario was here.
With the red hair dude who be yelling.
No, not Mario
Little
Judah.
short
I'm
guy.
talking
Hey, it's a me, Mario, and he jumps over like hoops and.
that's the dude I'm talking about.
Okay.
No, you know the.
I was, yeah.
Baby, you should let me love you. Let me be the one to. That dude.
Yeah, that's not.
You know that song? Let Me
I
Love
don't
You
know
by
that
Mario.
I
Damn,
know.
nigga. Shit, that kind of fucked up my point. But at the same, we gotta put him on some music after this shit, bro.
I'm not hit.
But like, even I didn't know he don't even like. I feel though he could be more, out there about him being from Baltimore and putting a lot of different more Baltimore artists on, because that man has hits.
Wow, you right. I'm looking at it right now.
Right.
Yeah, so
But I
like,
definitely think it's a way. I definitely think it's about people wanting to get out of Baltimore. That's a problem too. It's because I don't think some people don't feel safe in Baltimore. For example, we saw what happened to Lil Scooter and shit. Man's got killed in his own city. You feel me? So at the same time, I think the idea of having to make it out, I think plays Baltimore artists and stuff, because when you make it out, that doesn't mean you can't get back. It doesn't mean you can't still be in the scene. You feel me? But a lot of people feel though it's not ready. It's like that crab in the barrel like mentality. And I think that's also contributing to that, towards that crab in the barrel like mentality.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm seeing that it's starting to change. Like there's there might not be like, we might not have like a Drake, like someone who's on the charts, but we do have a lot of people who have found the blueprint and is trying to help more behind the scenes. Like, I don't know if y'all know about True Laurels, but he's the main dude who's putting all the Baltimore artists on the Fader, the Red Bull magazine, Washington Post, everything you can think of, or even like artists like D. Watkins, who's like the number one author, who was the number one author when his book came out. He's from East Baltimore, and he's doing what he can to like, help out artists coming out, trying to have them on the same path. There's a lot of people trying to help now, but we just don't have that Drake. And
you don't need that Drake, bro. And I think it's really a renaissance happening in the city, bro. Like you got a lot of people. One is because it's cost effective to live in Maryland. Like it doesn't cost too much to live in Maryland. At the same time, it's a lot of artists coming from different places in Maryland to come to Maryland and create. And I'm seeing that shit happen like with my own 2 eyes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be like a very tourist city. I feel like that's this transition. I don't know if I like it like that, because just how I grew up.
Right.
But I feel it that we're gonna be like DC.
Hell yeah. Shit, we already better than DC, man. Fuck DC, bro. Them niggas beating their feet and shit. Fuck out of here.
They do be doing that.
Hell yeah, bro. You gotta teach some niggas how to cut up, bro.
Naseem, you never told me that you were in a music video with in John Tyler's one of his songs. Like, yeah, I was looking at my recommendation feed, and I see your face like on a something that says John Tyler. So I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it was like a whole.
My man was depressed in that video. I said my life is.
My man John really gave me a good opportunity, bro. Like man's legit make some cool art projects. I really like how every music video you put out has a really good narrative to it. You know, a lot of music videos nowadays, niggas just fuck around, throw guns up, have drinks up, but a lot of your stuff have a narrative to it. And I was very appreciative that you let me be a part of that music video, and it came out really fucking good. You saw the way I drifted the van and shit.
Yeah,
I was really drifting that bitch, bro. I swear to God.
I mean, honestly, I watched a lot of your stuff, and I do feel like it's just very progressive because, you know, a lot, like Naseem was talking about, is a lot of things are promoted, like violence and, you know, gang shit, drugs, all that type of shit. But, and a lot, their excuses are they can't find a better way to gain traction and gain attention. Of course, there is sides to where, like, promoting that like, honestly, that's one thing I'm curious about because it's statistically proven that, you know, going to that prize, you know, sex, you know, money, drugs, violence is what gets people on the charts faster. But, you know, it doesn't last for too long. When you wanted to start making music, what was like your main motivator? Like, what made you just say, oh, I want to do this? Or did you just
well, yeah, I kind of really go based off my intuition and what I personally like. No one really makes my sound but me, I feel like. So I try to make what's really inside my head. And it is nerve-wracking when what's popular is like mainly like trap music, and, you know, like you said, the street stuff, the drug, the sex stuff. And it does worry me, like, man, maybe I should make that song. But then at the end of the day, I'm just like, nah, because again, when it's released, it's hot for like 2 months and then it's gone away. Versus like the song Joy, like that song came out 2 years ago and it still rocks. Like it just got played on the radio yesterday. Like it still rocks. And I'm making music that like lasts a long time is more important to me than just, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point. And also it's intentions. Because a lot of people, for example, who make those popular songs are making those songs to get popular. While on the other hand, you got those songs that longevity, they're making it because the song you love, the feeling behind it, you love the emotion. And so I think like having that longevity, a big part of it is just having that love behind it. So
yeah, that's definitely a big part of it. Definitely. Yeah, I'm just grateful people like y'all like it, if I'm being honest, because I never would have thought no one would have liked it. Especially since what's out currently. Yeah, I'm appreciative.
I mean, I definitely think like the niche is what the real thing Ezra's trying to get at. Like just being a part of something that has major attention that everybody likes, everybody's copy and paste, they're here today, they're gone tomorrow. But when you're really making something that's unique to you and, you know, a saying of who you are, you know, when people vibes with that, you know, of course they don't stay around a lot more because they can't find John Tyler anywhere else but from John Tyler, you know, and that's very powerful to have, you know.
And it seems to have like given you room to grow, like as an artist, because like you seem to like I haven't listened to too much, but you seem to only get better throughout the years, you know, and like being able to like thoroughly express stuff through your music only seems to consistently get better.
Yes, 100%. Y'all both made really great points. I think that's why my favorite. I know Naseem, you really like The Weeknd.
Yeah, I do. I love it.
He's one of those artists that, you know, makes what he wants. I remember when he wait, what was the one song? What song is that? But I remember when it came out.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I think I was in 8th grade or 9th grade when that came out. It was completely different from what was, I think at that time, Future was at his peak. And it was completely different. And artists like that, and because, you know, look at The Weeknd now, like he really grown over the years and really mastered his craft. Yeah, right. And I think he's gonna be here forever.
Like a lot of people didn't like his last project, for example. They didn't. I mean, people that I know love The Weeknd. They didn't like After Hours or whatever. And I thought it was an awesome album. You know, like just with the 90s type or the 80s type sounds and symphonies and stuff like that. That shit sound great to me, and it was interesting.
Well, so, yeah, definitely. You think about like, all right, like for example, look at like you remember the Migos? I know, of course you know the Migos, but I feel like that's a good example right there. How honestly, like of course there's still Migos fans, but for the average person, that has like a official like genre they're interested into. They listen to the Migos because it was hype. They're like, oh, this is on the radio, boom, boom, fuck around that shit. But for example, you got someone like The Weeknd, who even though some people don't like may have not liked whatever came out, who like he still did the Super Bowl halftime, and a lot of people hated it, and a lot of people loved it. And guess what? I bet the whole time this nigga didn't care. Yo said, I'm on stage dancing with my black homies, you know what I'm saying, going stupid with the violin. Right. He didn't care. And that's just touch on the fact that it's all about like what you truly care about. If you're doing it for the money, this man was in the van out of the van making music. He did hella drugs in his past. He had a rough time, but and he had come out of nowhere like, oh, I'm going to make this music because it's gonna pop. I'm gonna make this music because I have a love behind it, and I'm just gonna keep pushing it regardless. It was just like a me and the boys type of thing, and I feel like that's a true beauty to honing your craft, just having that me and the boys moment, just chilling out, doing what you love, and that's dope for real. And I feel like that's kind of how you approach your music. You were just like, I just like doing this thing. I'm gonna do it. And a lot of people would have given up. Like a lot of people would have seen one show not do good, see two shows not do good, and just quit and be like, oh, this is not for me. I need to do something different. And you stuck with it, even though you might have had those times where you're just like, okay, I think I should try this, but no, you went, like you said, you went back to your trueness, and that's why I just love music. I just love innovative artists.
That's beautifully put. Yo, so John, I got a real thing to say. So we talk about the way that your shows got better and better, and I think I've been to two of them. I've been to the one that you did where you had people that can just come on an open mic, and I also been to the one that you did at that bar, I think, or that big one. And I really enjoyed both of them. And it's just the professionalism with the photo shoots and everything that goes behind that. I definitely enjoy you as an artist, but like I tell Ezra this all the time, you as a businessman, you as a, just a professional and getting your vision to be what it is. How do you go about making that vision come to life?
That's a great question. I think, well, one, which you guys already have a team or just maybe friends, really for me is just one person that really believes in you and you talk about every single thing. And over the years, I made a lot of friends and like getting them involved, and really everyone is trying to make a good product and everyone's trying to make it out. And it doesn't make sense not to incorporate collaboration. So getting videographers, photographers, graphic designers, illustrators, and so on, getting them on board, letting everyone do what they do. Because really all the promotions behind the shows is them. Like I tell them my idea, they tell me their idea, I let them do what they do, and it comes out amazing. And this is the collaboration. But yeah, as far as going about everything, planning everything out, writing everything down, a lot of thinking, a lot of research, a lot of emailing. It's a lot that goes behind it.
That's powerful.
Emailing is definitely hard.
Oh my God, this is so bad. I spend, for the women's show, I spent from October to December emailing every single day. Damn. Like it was so draining.
But shit, you put your heart into it, and your heart came back out of it. It was a beautiful show, and you show some beautiful, colored women that really are very talented too.
I like how you licked your lips before you said that.
Yo, look. Bro, I was a little juiced up watching the show. I ain't going cap, bro. Oh my gosh. I just love watching talent, bro. bro.
Yeah, it's the talent.
That's very interesting. So what's the plans for the future? Like, what do we got future plans? I know we want to stay in the moment of present, you accomplished a lot so far, but what's your future plans?
Making Love Groove like Coachella for Baltimore and only Baltimore artists. So like really helping someone who has like 50 followers, let them be on the same stage as like a way bigger artist. Bringing collaboration between all art medias, getting more opportunities in the city, more funding. It's so much, But in terms of myself releasing a bunch of music and albums, I think I'm gonna drop a project this year.
That's
or maybe
fire.
next.
Oh, yeah.
So is you gonna be telling a story, a love story, or what?
It's about quitting my job and following my dreams.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's very relatable too. And I think that's going to inspire a lot of people. And I had to do a quick little thing. I actually been to 3 of your shows. So yeah, just so that you know, I've been there.
Yeah, I think I met your mom at the one with the one on Harford Road.
Yeah. But I've been to the one that you did at our house too, that you put on.
Oh, that was the first one.
And what was it like? What was it like in like going to our house and stuff, and like our house reaching out to you, seeing the stuff that you done, and like, bro, this is the guy that we need, to put together something for our establishment.
Yeah, so our house was the first show, and they just opened at that time, or maybe they've been open for like a year. So actually, I reached out to them. What was the question again? I forgot.
No, because you did our house. You did our house more than once, no?
No, I think you're talking about Hidayah show.
No, bro. The one at our house, and you had you perform, Quaker performed, Amaru performed. Everybody, you did have a lot of people do a set. Miss Belleville was there.
Oh, nah, you talking about? I think you're talking about Sav Hardy, 17 Grimm show.
No, bro. It was in our house. I had some I got some bird, bro. You was there, my nigga. Bro, man, don't remember his own show. Miss Belleville was there, bro.
I don't know what you talking about.
I bought a physical album for you like 3-4 years ago, and then I had it stuck in my computer after I poured water on it. It's forever stuck in there. I can no longer listen to it. So I've been.
Wow.
I was upset about that when that first happened.
Wait, what album was it? Was it the orange one? I think it was orange.
Probably 3-4 years ago. I don't have the best recollection of.
Yeah, it was probably the first joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is something that. It's true something. My bad, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. True art. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the first. That's the first joint. Did I deliver to you, personally, or like?
No, I just it was the first time I ever met you.
Ezra, what happened, dude? What happened? But yeah, John, we appreciate you coming on our podcast, bro. The amazing conversation, hearing your different things in your story, bro. And I just want to leave the podcast giving you some inspiring words and saying, bro, just keep it up, bro. You're phenomenal. Especially you're a light in the Black community, bro. And you do a lot to inspire us, to inspire everybody. It doesn't matter about what race you are, but at the same time, bro, you got a real vibe and you got a real heart and passion for the stuff that you do, bro. And I'm very grateful to get to know you and have this relationship, bro. Because the way that you treat all your relationships within networking is pure, and it's really more than business. It's about helping. It's about inspiring. It's about giving back. And I really love you for that, buddy. I really do.
Thank you, bro. That means the world, for real. I'm glad to be able to work with you. You're I love when you was coming here and all the conversations and stories we were having.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You're down to earth. You're down to earth guy. I'm glad to be able to be on this podcast.
Hell yeah, brother. But look, bro, you heard it here first. The legend, the myth, the awesome individual, John Tyler, just came on of Young Products, Short by Scholars podcast, and we're very thankful for it. Remember to subscribe if you're new, like the video if you fuck with us, and yeah, dude.